Hello and welcome back. This is Fun with Facepalm. I found some stories I'd like to share with you. This is a quick edition because I've got a lot of things in the works right now. So I hope you enjoy. Here we go. I work behind a customer service desk, which handles returns, utility bills, lottery, and stamps. I've only been in that department for a few months, but it's become painfully obvious that many of our clientele have no idea how stamps work. Some do, and it goes off without a hitch, but I get those 3 customers in the same shift. Customer number 1 is a woman in her late teens or early 20s.
I need stamps, like a book.
Now, books of stamps come in 20, so I ring them up. Alright, books are $9.80. She stares at me and she says,
What do you mean? They're $9.80.
Well, stamps are 49 cents each, and books of 20 come out to be $9.80.
But I just want one. It should be like 49 cents.
Wait, did you want just one stamp or one book?
One book.
I decide to try something. I'll pull out both a single stamp and a book of 20. Ma'am, this is a single stamp. And this, I hold up a sheet of 20, is a book. Which do you want?
Oh, I thought all stamps were called books. I want that.
And she points to the single stamp. Customer number 2 is a visibly flustered old woman.
I need a stamp. How many are there?
There are single stamps for 49 cents, a strip of 10 stamps that are $4.90, and a book of 20, which is $9.80.
No, that's too much. Stamps are never that expensive when I used to buy them. I knew the prices have changed since then, but that's way too much.
Having heard this argument before, I said, I'm sorry, ma'am, but the government sets the prices. I can't override them. The best I can say is that these are forever stamps, so they'll always be good even if the stamp prices rises again.
They might rise again? I'll take 2 books.
I ring her out, and she proceeds to block my only window as she fumbles with several letters, and there is no one behind her, so I just let it go.
How do you get these off?
She's waving one of her books as to shake off the stamps. They're adhesive. They're like stickers. Just pull off the backing and stick them to the envelope. She eventually figures it out and leaves. A little later comes in customer number 3. Customer number 3 is a loud older man who is both a regular and known for not being quite all there.
I need a stamp. How much are they?
49 cents. He hands me a $20 bill, and he watches impatiently as I count out $19.51 in change. Here's your stamp. He stares at the stamp for a moment, then at the envelope he wants to mail. Then he proceeds to enthusiastically lick all over his thumb, flip the stamp over, smear the spit all over the smooth backing, then pound the stamp over the envelope. Not only is it thoroughly disgusting, the stamp is never going to stick that way.
Good enough.
He carefully leaves a letter on the counter for us to mail and walks away. There was no way I was going to touch that stamp. And sure enough, it was already falling off the moment I moved the envelope. I wanted to put it in the mail bin and have the post office return it to him, but I didn't. I just taped the stamp to the envelope, threw it in the mail bin, wiped down the counter, and washed my hands. I work as an administrator in a real estate office. We often get documents faxed to us. On this particular day though, I checked the fax, and it was someone's medical records. They had been faxed to us, and it wasn't anyone related to the company. And being trained in medical privacy laws from my previous job, I immediately called the facilities that the records came from, and I told them what happened.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know how that happened.
It's fine. I just wanted to make sure you knew so that you can get them to the right person.
Okay, well, do you think you can fax back the records?
I was confused. I could. Do you guys not have them anymore?
No, we have them, but you need to fax them back so you won't have them anymore.
I'm trying really hard not to laugh. That's not really how it works.
It's not? What?
No, you know how you faxed over the documents and you still have the originals? That's what would happen if I faxed it back over. You would just get a copy of what I just sent you. How about I just shred them? She agreed, but she seemed to still not understand what I was saying. Here's hoping that everyone's medical records got to where they needed to be. I work at a family business, and we deliver up to 100 miles away in any direction. My brother has answered the phone, and the customer is speaking loud enough that I can hear both sides of the conversation. And here's how it went. Hi, this is the business. How may I help you?
Yeah, how much for a delivery?
Where do you need the delivery to go to?
My house.
Okay. There's silence. Evidently he thinks that is enough information. I'm gonna need to know where your house is, sir.
Oh, you do?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Sadly, this is not the first conversation of this kind. Now, I work Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. My daughter has been having some health issues, and recently had started having grand mal seizures, which requires the school to call me to pick her up. All my coworkers know this. My boss is trying to cover some shift and asked me,
Can you cover some for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday shifts?
Sorry, I don't think that's a good idea. My daughter has been having seizures. She had to be picked up on Thursday and Friday last week.
So, Friday's the only day you can't work?
No, I don't have an emergency person to pick her up on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
So, she's scheduled to have seizures every Thursday and Friday?
No, we don't schedule her seizures.
Well, can you schedule them then? We really need these shifts covered.
the worst part is, we work in healthcare. The store we worked at just had an attempted robbery and assault. Thankfully, only bear mace was used as a weapon. Because it is summertime, the central air conditioning is running, and the spray is starting to circulate throughout the entire store. Due to the nature of the incident, we have numerous police cars, fire trucks, and ambulances show up, and they block off the parking lot for a couple of hours. Media outlets are even on the scene, taking pictures and shooting video. Police cars are blocking both parking lot entrances, and police tape is being put around the store entrances. We're standing outside in the fresh air, trying to get the remnants of pepper spray out of our eyes, and just killing time until the police and the fire department give us an update as to whether we stay open or simply go home for the day. Most of our regular customers are understanding, that being that they can't come shop or pick up copy center orders. However, it boggles my mind how the following conversation happens more than a few times, almost always verbatim. The customer is usually busy texting or generally ignoring all the pretty flashing lights and walking under the police tape, only to be stemmed by the sliding doors that won't slide.
Why won't these doors open?
We're looking around at everything going on around us. Sir, madam, due to the store being a current crime scene, we're not allowed to open the building.
But I just need an item or to pick up an order. I'll just be a minute.
The police aren't going to let the store employees into the building until they're finished up. And even when they do, we still have to wait for the fire department to give us the all clear. There's pepper spray circulating through the HVAC, and anyone going inside is required to wear a face mask and a breather.
I don't understand. I'll only just be a minute. I don't see why you won't let me in.
I work at a popular grocery store chain in the southern United States. A woman comes up and wants to pay with a handful of change. Okay, ma'am, your total is $3. She hands me change. Ma'am, you still owe $1.50. Pointing to the $half coin, she says,
No, I don't. That's $1.50 coin. See right there? It says $1.50.
After I attempt to tell her that the coin is worth 50 cents, she told me that the customer service desk would tell me that the coin was worth $1.50. Not only was the coin worth $1 less than what the customer thought, I had to endure the look of absolute befuddlement on the face of the poor customer service representative. Never before has my college degree felt so useless. I have a friend that works as a teacher, and she shared this story that took place several years ago when she was beginning to teach. Although she gives out study guides, she always been very strict with the test, and this was one of the reasons why. As she's passing out the test, she says,
Take everything off your desk besides your writing utensil. If you haven't already, turn your phones off. Before I give you the test, you have to show me your hands. I've already went over this last class, but I will reiterate. If I see you on your phone, you will get an automatic fail. If I see your book open or out, you will get an automatic fail. If I see anything written on your hands, you will fail. If I suspect you of cheating at all, I will rip up your test and fail you. Is that clear? Is there any questions before you begin?
A student sitting in the front row, practically beside her, raises his hand.
Yes?
Somewhat smugly,
You mentioned if you write on your hands, you forgot about if they write it on their arms.
She thinks the statement is a bit odd, as she will be watching her students to make sure they aren't cheating anyway, but thinks that's fair to include.
Good point. I guess I haven't thought about that. Would you care to roll up your sleeves for me to check?
He goes white and withdraws his hand. No. And she goes quiet. Turns out, that same student had written answers all over his arms. How he thought he would get away with it during the test, let alone pointing it out to the teacher at all, was baffling. I work at a department in a call center, and I answer the phone regularly. And here's how one of the calls went.
Hi, this is the department. This is Jeff speaking. How can I help you?
And there's a pause.
Hello?
I can't remember.
And he hangs up. This is definitely unusual. And my coworkers and I have a quick laugh over it. Soon enough, my phone rings again.
Hi, this is so-and-so department. This is Jeff speaking. How can I help you?
I don't remember his name.
I'm sorry.
I don't remember who it is I'm supposed to call.
Maybe I can help you out. What's the...
It was this department, and I can't remember the name of the person I needed to talk to.
This is this department, and my name is Jeff.
That's him. How do I know who I'm supposed to talk to?
That's me. My name's Jeff.
Whoa, I sure got lucky that you picked up.
This is a direct number.
Thanks for joining me for Fun with Facepalm. If you enjoyed these stories, please give me a thumbs up. I hope you feel a little bit smarter now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.